Well, it's Sunday afternoon, just past midday. It's Rich here. This is the Sunday Stroll. This is the Sunday Stroll relegation special. Ipswich Town yesterday confirmed relegation back to the Championship with a 3-0 defeat at St James's. So we're going to get into that. Right, so it was 3-0. We will go for 300 likes. Please hit the subscribe button. If you're a Newcastle fan, share with all your Geordie mates. I'll speak about your fans in a little bit in this pod. But yeah, we headed to the northeast yesterday. Early start it was. I was up at 6, about over 500 miles I drove yesterday. So there's a bit of local football, Sunday morning football. We'll get some of this in, shall we? I didn't know there was a game down here this morning. Let's, how can we turn this around? Here we go, look, through the trees. Steeple bumps it. Oh, look, he's down the wing. Oh, what's happening there? Referee's wearing trainers. What's going on there? Oh, hang on. Coming across. Lino's got his flag up. It's all kicking off. Having a chat to the linesman. No VAR down here. What's happening? He's having a word with a 9. Oh. No cards. No cards. Let's get on with the game, lads. Anyway. Back to me. Oh, I think he's sworn at him. Bit of swearing. Is he going to send him off? Is there going to be any cards? Is it going to be a Michael Salisbury from yesterday? He's going to go to the screen and check what's going on. No, nothing's happening. And now they're moaning. Right. Anyway, rudely interrupted there. We'll get back to the game. Yeah, went to St James's, a long old drive. It's probably one of the easiest journeys. Straight up the A1 for me. About 250 miles. Got there about 1:15 into one of the, I think they've got said, within a mile radius of Newcastle, I think there is 24 pubs. So we went in one of them yesterday. Ipswich and Newcastle in there, no trouble, brilliant. We were watching, they had the Chelsea game on one screen, we had Coventry Luton on the other one. So yeah, we had a look at that, and then we made our way to the ground. Town look beset by injuries. Obviously Leaf was suspended. Axel Twanzebe was out yesterday, managing his hamstring. Jens Kajuste was on the bench. So we went with Alex Palmer in goal. Back 4 of 4 centre-halves. O'Shea, Wolfie, Cameron Burgess, Jacob Greaves at left-back, who I thought had quite a good game, actually, to be fair to him. 2 in midfield. Morsey and Jack Taylor got a start. We'll chat about him in a little bit. And then we had Enciso in the 10, Johnson on the right. We'll get into him in a minute. Jack Clark, we'll get into him in a minute as well. And then Liam Delap was back up front. I thought we started pretty well, you know. Miles up in the sky there. I think 140 steps to get up to the away end. Great view of the city. Town fans, absolutely superb yesterday in full voice, all the game. And they've been absolutely brilliant all season, on the road and at home. I think we're a real credit. I don't know, look, you don't want to pat yourself on the back and you've been relegated and you haven't been very good, but I think we've made a lot of friends in the Premier League this season, and I think hopefully we can rebuild and come back, and then we can have some more of these away days. But yeah, I thought Town well in the game. And then the 2 obviously big incidents in the first half is the first yellow card for Ben Johnson. Right, I've seen it back. I watched Match of the Day this morning. Now he's running at full pace at Dan Burn. Goes on the outside of him. Big leg comes across. And he does pull it away, Dan Burn. But it's like Joe Hart, give a really good analysis. Like when you're running at top speed like that and you're bracing yourself to be hit by a big centre half. I think it's only human nature to sort of, I don't think he doesn't dive. He's not trying to cheat. Is there any contact? Probably not, because if you slow it right down, I think he does pull his leg away at the last second. But I still think it's a real harsh yellow card. I really do. I think it's really, really harsh. We've seen ones where, like last week, I think it was in Ciso, got away in the middle of the pitch against Arsenal. Moreno tugs him back, doesn't get a yellow. If that's a Newcastle player running through and he dives or he goes down easily, we can say, is he going to get a yellow card? I don't think he does. You know, I don't want to come on here crying about poor little hard done by Ipswich, but the standard of refereeing this season in the Premier League is abysmal. And then we get on to the second yellow. We can have no complaints about that. I mean, it's absolutely brain dead from Ben Johnson, an experienced player, not a young player. Played quite a few Premier League games, obviously West Ham, and played for us. Isak gets away from him. He just drags him back. I mean, you're giving the ref an easy decision there to give you a second yellow card. And basically that was game done then. The game plan's gone out the window. We frustrated them. They've had a few sniffs and a couple off the line. Tonali smashed one off the bar. I think that was after we went down to 10. But when you're going away to Newcastle, you know it's going to be hard. And you know you're probably not going to have a lot of the ball. But I think the game plan was working. And then it's literally ripped up out the window. Jack Clarke again gets hooked for the third time for a yellow card. I think it's really harsh on Jack yesterday. If it was me, I'd have took off Julio and Ciso. Jack Clarke's going to be here next season. You need to get him. There might be situations next season when we go down to 10 men and he might have to be on the pitch. So in Ciso, for me, not the hardest working, not the greatest defensive. Is Jack Clarke any better? Maybe not, but he's our player. So I think that was really harsh on him, I thought, yesterday. And obviously we brought on the lesser spotted Ben Godfrey. He came on, slotted in on the right of midfield. Look, we've had, 5 or 6 yellow red cards now. Most of them, apart from Leif Davis, have been for second yellow cards. And you could argue that all of them have been a little bit, harshly treated maybe. But like I said, don't want to cry, but ill discipline. You've got to keep 11 men on the pitch in the Premier League. I mean, in any level of football, you've got to try and keep 11 men on the pitch. But in the Premier League, it just kills you. When you're playing, 55, 60 minutes with 10, you've got no hope. And then we come to the penalty on half-time. Blimey, now, there's minimal contact on Jacob Murphy. And he goes over way, way too easily. You know, in Ciso, it's very lazy from him. And he gives the referee a decision to make, which he doesn't. And he doesn't give it, but he knows he's got the fullback there of the VAR, and they go to the cameras, and the referee goes to look at the screen, and you know what's coming there as a fan in the stadium. You knew it was going to be given. Isak buries it. It's 1-0 at half-time, and you know then it's pretty much game done. And second half, it was pretty much one-way traffic. Dan Burn gets a second from a short corner where Town once again go to sleep. Just switch off. Just don't know what you're doing. If you do that on a Sunday morning once, you get a bollocking. We've done it countless times this season. We're just not at the races. And then the third goal is headed in. Asula, I think, if you watch that back, Callum Wilson, clear push on Cameron Burgess in the back, just clears him out of the way. It's a great header, but it's a foul. And it's 3-0 and it's job done. And Town are relegated back to the Championship. It's very hard. We've done our best this season. It's not been good enough. We know that. Brilliant ovation at the end from the fans. It was quite moving, to be honest, being there and seeing them looking up at us for about 5 minutes. And we're showing them a bit of love and appreciation because we know how hard it's been and they've worked their absolute socks off. I don't think anybody can knock the work ethic. Have we been good enough? No, we haven't. And I think we can all hold our hands up and say there's certain things that we should have done better and we could have done better, and signings that we've got wrong. I don't think it's a time now to sort of call people out. And I thought yesterday we done our best. At 0-0, we're in the game. Yeah, then we get killed with a red card, the penalty. And yeah, we go back to the Championship. Was I gutted at full time? Yeah, I was gutted. Hate the Premier League. I don't really like what it's all about. VAR, big clubs always get the decisions. And like I say, I don't want it to be a moaning on here, but it seems a little bit of a moaning, because it is a bit of a moaning, because I don't think the smaller clubs get fairly treated. So what they can do for that, I don't know. What we can do to bridge the gap with teams coming up from the Championship, I don't know. But it's no good if you've just got 3 teams coming up and going straight back down every season. That's the second season it's happened. It's the first time that the 3 promoted teams have been relegated with 4 games to go. And it doesn't sort of put us in that good a light. I think we've done as well as we could. You know, like I say, we could have done better, but when you look at the team that are going to finish 17th, it'll probably be West Ham. They're on 36 points, I think, at the minute. They're probably going to finish on 40. Look at Wolves. They were our main relegation rivals a few games ago. They've won 6 on the bounce. They're up to 13th. Were Town ever going to do that? Probably not. You know, just not good enough, but lessons to be learnt. Back to the Championship we go. We regroup, but we've still got 4 games to go, and we've still got to give everything. And I think Kieran said, like, the players will give everything. They won't down tools just because we're down. If you're about tonight, 8:15, I'm on the Newcastle pod through Black and White Eyes. Brilliant moment yesterday when we all come out of the stadium and we were all singing one Bobby Robson, and they were singing it back to us. Great set of supporters, the Geordies. Boost their Champions League hopes, and let's hope that they can qualify. Good side, great fan base, really good manager Eddie Howe. Really like Eddie Howe. Yeah, and the Geordies will move on. Town will move on to Goodison Park next Saturday. Last visit there. Looking forward to getting up there. Heading up to Merseyside Saturday morning. So hopefully we can get an Everton fan on in the week for a bit of a preview. But for now, enjoy the weather. It's going to be lovely this week. So yeah, enjoy the sun. Enjoy your Sunday. Keep the faith. Keep following the town. Upper Town.